Good morning, dear students. Today in English, we are going to study a new lesson called Randolph the Reindeer. Alright, so this lesson is lesson 3, page 21 of your English Mohar reader. Alright, okay, so I want all of you to turn to page 21. And I want all of you to look into your books very carefully, alright? So I am going to read the lesson and I will also explain it. And I want all of you to listen very carefully, okay? So let's start reading. Randolph the Reindeer. First, let us spell Randolph. R-A-N, Ran, D-O-L-P-H, Dolph. Randolph the Reindeer. R-E-I-N, Rain, D-E-E-R, deer. Randolph the Reindeer. Okay, so this story is about a reindeer called Randolph. Okay, Randolph is a reindeer. Alright, do you know what is a reindeer? Can anyone tell me what is a reindeer? Okay, can you see this picture? Look into this picture. This is a reindeer, alright? And okay, so you must have seen a picture of Santa Claus, isn't it? You must have seen a picture of Santa Claus. Santa Claus used to ride a sleigh, isn't it? Yes, Santa Claus rides a sleigh. And who used to pull the sleigh? Tell me. Reindeers, isn't it? Reindeers used to pull the sleigh of Santa Claus, isn't it? And there are lots of presents inside the sleigh, and reindeers used to pull the sleigh, isn't it? Yes, those are called reindeers, alright? And reindeers, they live in very cold and snowy places, okay? So this story is also about a reindeer called Randolph. Okay, so let's start reading. Randolph was a reindeer. He was very shy. Okay, Randolph was a reindeer and he was very shy. The other reindeer trotted together merrily. Okay, let's spell trotted. T-R-O-T-T-E-D, trotted. What do you mean by trotted? Trotted means, let us see the meaning, ran slowly, isn't it? Trotted. The other reindeer ran slowly together merrily. Let's spell merrily. M-E-R-R-I-L-Y, merrily. What do you mean by merrily? Merrily means happily, isn't it? Yes. So the other reindeer, they ran slowly together happily. Alright. They lifted their heads and tossed their antlers from side to side. So what do the other reindeers do? What do? They lifted their heads, isn't it? And tossed their antlers. They lifted their heads and moved their antlers. What do you mean by antlers? The horns of reindeer. See, these are antlers, okay? If you see the pictures carefully, yes, these are antlers, alright, the antlers, okay. So, the other reindeers, they used to lift their heads and move their antlers from side to side. Randolph stood quietly. He put his head down and nibbled the small plants on the ground. So what do Randolph do? He used to put his head down, isn't it? Yes, and nibbled. Let's spell nibbled. N-I-B-B-L-E-D, nibbled. What do you mean by nibbled? Ate in very small bites, okay? So while they lift their heads and move their antlers from side to side, Randolph used to stood quietly, alright? He used to put his head down and eat the small plants on the ground, okay? He used to chew them in small bites and pieces, okay? So Randolph was very shy and he doesn't play with the other reindeer, isn't it? Yes. "You're too shy, Randolph," shouted the other reindeer. "You're too shy, Randolph," shouted the other reindeer, as they played in the woods. "Be a show-off like us." Okay, so what do the other reindeer, what do they tell Randolph? "You're too shy, Randolph," shouted the other reindeer, as they played in the woods. "Be a show-off like us." What do you mean by show-off? Be a show-off. Let's see. Someone who likes to show others that he or she is very good, isn't it? Okay, supposing you have a new toy, or supposing you have a new dress, all right? A nice, beautiful dress, or maybe let's say a nice toy. So you want all the others to see it, okay? Because you find it very nice and you also want the others to see it, all right? So you want to show off your dress or you want to show off your toy, all right? Yes, because it's very nice and you want all the others to see it, isn't it? Yes. So just like that, even the other reindeer, they were, as they play with each other, they were showing off. Okay, they were showing off. Maybe they were showing off their antlers, or yes, isn't it? So they were showing off themselves to each other, all right? So the other reindeer, they used to tell Randolph, "Randolph, you're very quiet, you're too shy, okay? Be a show off like us." All right, so turn to page. Okay, the next page. But Randolph went on nibbling the plants. He did not look up. Okay, so as the other reindeer are playing, Randolph went on nibbling the plants. Okay, he went on chewing the plants. All right, he did not look up. Far away, he could hear some children. They were shouting and playing. They were sliding down the snowy hillside. Okay, so far away, all right. Randolph could hear some children. Okay, and what were these children doing? What were these children doing? Yes, they were shouting and playing, isn't it? The children were shouting and playing. They were sliding down the snowy hillside. All right, sliding down. What do you mean by sliding down? Sliding down means moving fast and smoothly from the top to the bottom. All right, so tell me, have you ever played on a slide? Yes, you must have, isn't it? What do you do when you play on a slide? You climb up, isn't it? You climb up to the top and you slide down, isn't it? Yes. Similarly, even the children, they were playing, they were sliding down the snowy hillside. What do you mean by snowy hillside? Snowy hillside means the hills which are covered in snow. All right, the hills are all covered in snow because, like we have said before, reindeers, they live in very snowy and cold places, isn't it? Yes. So the children, even in this story, they were playing on the hills which was covered in snow. Okay. "I want to join my friends and those children," said Randolph, "but I'm too shy." Okay, so Randolph, he really wants to be with his friends and he wants to play with those children, isn't it? Yes. So what is Randolph saying? "I want to join my friends and those children, but I'm too shy," isn't it? Yes, he's very shy. So maybe he's scared, or he's very shy and he doesn't want to interact with the others, isn't it? Yes, because he's too shy, isn't it? Yes. Randolph continued to nibble the small plants on the ground. Randolph continued to chew the small plants on the ground. All right. His head was down. So he found several things on the ground. Now, as Randolph was chewing the small plants on the ground, he kept his head down, all right? And what did he find? What did he find on the ground? he found several things on the ground, isn't it? First, he saw a woolen hat. Next, he found a mitten. Then, a long scarf. Alright, so Randolph found many things on the ground. First, he saw a woolen hat. Alright, a woolen hat. Woolen hat means made of wool or thick or soft thick hair on the body of animals like sheep. Okay, tell me, during winters, we cover ourselves with warm clothes, isn't it? Yes, and we used to wear hats, isn't it? Hats which are made of wool, isn't it? Yes, woolen hats, all right, to keep our head warm during winters, isn't it? So next, he found a mitten. What do you mean by mitten? A glove without fingers to keep the hand warm. Alright, so here is a small picture of a mitten. Alright, so during winters, even you must have covered your fingers with a mitten. Even you must have worn a mitten, isn't it? Yes. Then a long scarf. Okay, a long scarf. Scarf means a piece of cloth worn around the neck. Okay, a piece of cloth that you wear around your neck. Alright, okay, so Randolph, as he was chewing the small plants on the ground, he found a woolen hat, a mitten, and a long scarf, isn't it? He found 3 things. Alright, okay, now let's continue. All at once, Randolph's nose began to twitch. Alright, all at once, Randolph's nose began to twitch. He held his head high and began to look around. Okay, what do you mean by twitch? Twitch. Twitch means move suddenly and quickly. Okay, so suddenly, all at once means suddenly. Okay, suddenly, Randolph's nose began to twitch. Randolph started to move his nose up and down. Okay, he held his head high and began to look around. Okay, so he held his head high and he began to look around. He saw a little boy lying by the side of his sledge. Okay, so he found a small boy lying by the side of his sledge. What do you mean by sledge? This is a picture of a sledge, alright? Sledge, a vehicle that moves on snow or ice. A vehicle that moves on snow or ice. Alright, so sledge is, okay, see this picture once more. This is a sledge. It is made of wood. Alright, and they use sledge in cold places, in cold snowy places. Alright, so as Randolph was, as he was looking around, okay, suddenly his nose began to move up and down. Alright, and he held his head high, okay, and he was looking around and he saw a little boy lying by the side of his sledge. Okay, so this little boy, as he was sliding down the snowy hillside, maybe this boy must have met an accident, isn't it? Yes. Let's continue reading. The boy lay on the ground near the trees. He looked sad. Okay, so the boy, he lay on the ground near the trees and he looked very sad. Okay, I can't walk. I've hurt my leg, the little boy cried. Okay, so the little boy was crying. All right, why was the little boy crying? Because he cannot walk, isn't it? Yes, the little boy, he has hurt his leg and he cannot walk, and he was crying. He started crying, isn't it? Yes. Randolph knelt down. Don't be sad. I'll help you, he said. Climb on my back and I will take you home. Okay, so what did Randolph tell the little boy? Randolph told the boy, okay, don't be sad, I'll help you, alright? Climb on my back and I will take you home, okay? So Randolph is trying to help the little boy who has met with an accident, alright? Yes. The little boy slipped his arms around the reindeer's neck and climbed on his back. Okay, so this little boy, what did he do? Yes, he slipped his arms around the reindeer's neck. Okay, so he was hugging. He was hugging Randolph. Okay, he was hugging Randolph on his neck and climbed on his back, isn't it? Very soon he was back home safely. Alright, so this little boy reached home safely. Okay, the little boy thanked Randolph. You're a hero, he said. Okay, so the little boy was very happy, isn't it? Because he has hurt his leg and he cannot walk, isn't it? So Randolph carried the little boy home, isn't it? Yes. So the little boy was very happy, okay? And he told Randolph, you're a hero, okay? You're a hero. Hero means someone who does good things or helps other people, isn't it? You must have seen superheroes in movies, isn't it? Yes. What do? They help people, they help rescue the city, isn't it? Yes. So just like the superheroes in the movies, even in this story, Randolph became a hero, isn't it? Yes, he was helping the little boy who cannot walk, isn't it? And Randolph became a hero by helping the little boy. This made Randolph so happy that he lifted his head and tossed his antlers from side to side, just like the other reindeer. Alright, so after helping the little boy, Randolph too became very happy, isn't it? Yes, he became very happy. And what did he do? He lifted his head and tossed his antlers from side to side. He moved his antlers from side to side just like the other reindeer, isn't it? Yes. Now after this, Randolph, he's not shy anymore, isn't it? Yes, because he helped the little boy and he became a hero, isn't it? Yes. Do you think heroes are shy? No, heroes are not shy, isn't it? Yes. So even Randolph, after he became a hero, he became very happy and he is not shy anymore. Okay. So he lifted his head and tossed his antlers from side to side, just like the other reindeer. Alright. So that's the story. Do you enjoy the story? Yes. It's a very interesting story, isn't it? Okay, so that's it with our lesson. And I am going to give you some work, alright? Okay. Thank you, children. Bye-bye.